Hello. Welcome to Blissful Divination. If you're new here, I'm Shay. Today I want to ask a question about what is the future of China? Now, I keep seeing China in the news. China this, China that. They're doing this and they're doing that. So I thought, you know what? They seem like they making a move or something. Let's take a look and see what's going on with them. So here we are. So let's program the cards, shall we? We'll program the man card to be China. We'll program the woman card to be the United States. We'll program the lion card to be the U.S. allies. We will program the snake card to be second and third world countries. We will program the fox card to be Chinese allies. So I'm just, I get so curious and it's just so exciting, like to ask the cards and to just take a look. So much fun. Entertainment. For entertainment purposes only. Let's get a good shuffle in there. That feels about right. Okay. So the filter card that comes up immediately is the fox, which is the Chinese allies. So we're going to look at it at this particular moment from that point of view. So let's set up the rest, shall we? I forgot to put my phone on silent, so we're doing it now. Okay, here we go. And that way. All right. So, as I said, the fox came up as the filter, and that's the lens through which we're going to look at it. And it's kind of a phase. It's going in phases. Something's happening in phases. Okay. Well, immediately, it's a very quick reading. They don't have much to say from the point of the allies. But what they do say is that, the allies they're trying to put themselves ahead. The Chinese allies. They want to basically get the things that they weren't going to get from the U.S. and their allies. So they're looking to China to help them with that. Okay, so let's take a look at where China is itself. Let's look in the house of the man, which we programmed to be China. And opportunities. It's the key, right? So they got opportunities ahead of them. They got some plans. Let's keep going. Yes. They're trying to spread out, disperse, and they're casting their seed. Okay. Okay, we got some blockages, some burdens, or some suffering. Let's see, some money or some opportunities. Money's an opportunity. For their foundation, land. Real estate, like land. It's opportunity for land. Yep, opportunities for land. More opportunities for land. They're trying to do partnerships, agreements, getting into bed, marrying themselves to these people. Here we go. Here's China. So we find China sitting in the house of agreements, commitments, marriages, right? They're trying to, like, it seems, marry into these people, like marry themselves to these countries they're taking over so that they can have their land, because they're spreading out, remember? Let's take a look at the second and third world countries. Let's take a look at theirs. And in that house right here is like illusions. I don't think that they get to see exactly, they don't see it, or they do, and they're second guessing themselves like, no, that really can't be it. But yeah, it is it. That's it. It's an illusion. What they're giving you is illusion. If you notice, those contracts always say, you give us now, and in 25 years, we'll give you. That kind of thing. You ever notice how that works? It's an illusion. What else? Let's just flip, and I'll tell you where all the other players have landed, and we can see what the cards say. Oops, look at that. That's what you call messing up the board. Stop being so fast, Miss Missy. Okay. All right. So here we are. We have the U.S. way down here. And that says to me that they're so far behind. China is on the game, on their game. They're 2 steps ahead of you already, right? They are firmly entrenched. While you guys worry about money and focus on that, all they have to do is dangle money in your face or something. And you guys get distracted. But yeah, so here's China, here's the US. They are both facing each other. It's like a face off, right? Anything you can do, I can do better. Okay, so we have the US allies. They're not, I feel like the allies don't want to get roped into some more US shenanigans, but they also can't imagine their lifestyle continuing with a Chinese superpower or something like that. We have the second and third world countries are here. Like I said, they are in talks with them. They are in negotiations with them. Yeah, they have another relationship. They're trying to get, these second and third world countries are seeing who can offer them the best deal. They're basically like, which snake shall we get in bed with? You know, do we want to be the US's or the Allies' biatch, or do we want to be, whose biatch do we want to be? The US is being blocked. Like they are trying to block off. They're trying to block the US. They're trying to open up the world to themselves, and they have to do that. They're gonna right here. They're going to break commitments. They're gonna cut commitment. They're gonna cut the commitments. So whatever they promise, it feels like it's not going to be the same thing that was agreed to. This is for entertainment purposes only. You know, they just see this as an opportunity for expansion, changes and travel, like for their children. What I feel like sometimes is I feel like the United States doesn't understand them. The United States are fighting them and dealing with them the way they think that they would deal with themselves. But no, that's what the US thinks is important is not important to them. So the stuff that you try to threaten them with does not scare them, because they don't care about that. I feel like they care about legacy, generations in the blood, you know. It feels like something along those lines, like karma, like it feels like this has to do with a vision of the future. And in that vision, they're everywhere. They own everything. Let's see. So in the house of the United States, worry that their hold on the world, or their control, is being whittled away. That the agreements and bargainings are being stopped or whittled away. They're being fed illusions. They're being blocked by them. And it's like they have these talks and stuff like that, but that's diplomacy. Opportunity. Opportunities. The second, third world countries. Yep, there are negotiations. Opportunities for them. It's unlocking opportunities for them. It's kind of like we're gonna dance with the devil, but how long before we get burnt? You know, like we can't advance if we don't do this. So they're weighing the cost, but I don't think that they're looking at I don't think they understand with the way that they think too, like the way that what their vision is either. And the U.S. allies, man, they're just out of it, right? They're just kind of like, really, they can see it. They can see for what it is, but they have to go along with it because what are the alternatives? It's kind of like that person in the group that you hate to get. You don't want to work with them, but you don't really want to call attention to yourself. You don't want to be that guy, so you just kind of go along with the flow, but you really, really hate working in a group. Yeah, they're blocked. China's blocking them too, the allies for them. Probably these sanctions. You can't sanction me, I sanction you. No, you can't sanction me when I sanction you, so I sanction you. So they're sanctioning each other. Because the U.S. is like, okay, you really gonna want this stuff from the U.S. And China's like, we'll get it from somewhere else. We can make it. They'll be like, but it ain't it's not the real thing, And that kind of messes with them a little bit. Yeah, we could copy Coca-Cola, but is it really Coca-Cola if Coca-Cola didn't make it? But okay, some crazy deep stuff like that. But this right here, I just feel like the U.S. is going about it in an incorrect way, and I feel like if that's their game plan. Their game plan is to go through is to spread out. I feel like I keep getting shown like the British, like the Chinese are gonna do what Britain did, like what like the royal family of England did, colonize. They're like going to seed the earth. So that's an interesting perspective, I feel like, but they don't see it as a bad thing. I don't feel like they're going to be like, oh, we hate everybody, because they really feel like some of them, they really feel like they are bringing hospitals. They feel like they're bringing hospitals and schools and modernity to places. Like they're seeing themselves as, I don't want to say a savior, because that's what I'm getting. They want to be like a savior, and then the people think of them are so grateful, but the people aren't grateful, and then that what makes them mad. That's what makes them mad, that they aren't grateful, that they're not getting respect for what they do. It's just the way that the approach seems. I don't know, but that's what I get. So I'm gonna close off that energy. But it's really awesome to see that it's about opportunities and whose side you're gonna be on, which side are you gonna pick, the East or the West kind of thing. I should read about India, because if it's about numbers or whatever, and it's about intelligence, like you have India. India's just as big, So, I mean, and you don't see some of the same tactics occurring. But that would be an interesting thing to see. Will India rise? That's another video for another time. So I want to thank you guys for sticking with me this far into the video, watching it to the end. You go, champs. And I want to say we are on our move to 1,000 subscribers. Once we do, I'm going to give one viewer, rather, I keep saying subscriber, but it's one viewer, a free reading from me. And that'll be a great thing because you get to ask some questions. You'll have my time for 30 minutes and we can talk, ask questions, do whatever we got to do during that reading. But I'm going to give that as a thank you to one of my viewers. So until the next video, guys, elevate. Bye.